Let's make an adorable white bunny by hand, to decorate your room or give it as a gift to friends and loved ones. Watch this tutorial carefully and let's start making it together.
Insert the needle into the handle, leaving about 2.5 centimeters of the tip exposed. Once the needle is in place, tighten the screw firmly. If the needle tip starts to sink in, just adjust it and retighten the screw. Now that the needle is ready, let's move on to threading the yarn. First, remove the cap at the back of the needle. Take the threader and insert it from the needle's tip through to the end. Thread the yarn through the threader and pull it back through the needle. Once the yarn is out at the needle tip, remove the threader. Leave about 5 centimeters of yarn sticking out from the needle. Make sure the yarn goes through the little hole at the needle tip. That's what keeps it from slipping out while you stitch. Let's go through the punching techniques. Always keep that slanted side facing up and pointing in your stitch direction. If stitching upward, make sure the slant points upward. If stitching sideways, rotate the needle in that direction. If stitching along curves, follow the shape with your needle slant. We'll be stitching on the printed side of the fabric surface. Push the needle all the way in, then lift it just above the fabric. Punch again about 2 mm from the previous stitch. Make sure to always insert the full length of the needle. That way, your loops on the back will be the same length. Each stitch should be about 2 mm long, just enough. Avoid making stitches too dense, or it'll get bulky and hard to work with. While stitching, keep feeding the yarn, and don't press down on it. Avoid placing things over the yarn, as that can pull it tight. If it's too tight, the stitches may slip out. When punching a detail, outline the shape first. Then fill it in using a spiral motion toward the center. Stitches should sit side by side, not on top of one another. This keeps the fabric evenly filled, without making it bulky. Check the back from time to time, so you can fix mistakes early. To finish a stitch, lift the needle, hold the yarn, and snip it. Before practice, here are some beginner mistakes to avoid. Problem 1. The yarn slips out of the fabric after stitching. This can happen if the needle was not pushed all the way in. Short loops don't hold well and come out easily. Always insert the needle fully to create secure loops. Another cause, the yarn is too tight while you stitch. You may have forgotten to feed more yarn from the ball, or something was pressing on the yarn, making it stuck. Check for knots or remove any items pressing on the yarn. Third cause, incorrect threading. Yarn must pass through the tip hole. If it doesn't, it won't hold. Rethread the needle correctly. If you need to redo a section, gently pull out the stitches. Lightly scratch the fabric surface to close up large holes, then stitch over it again, as needed. But be careful, redoing too many times will wear the fabric out. So always follow the instructions carefully before starting. Problem 2. The loop side comes undone too easily. This usually happens when the stitches are packed too tight. Too many loops make the back bulky, and the needle may pull them out. So keep each stitch about 2 mm long. Another reason, you're pushing into old stitches by accident. Always aim your needle toward unstitched fabric while punching. After finishing a fluffy section, trim any uneven loops with scissors. This won't affect the design, just makes it neater.
Now, we'll use the loop embroidery technique to stitch our bunny. The printed fabric already has numbered sections, Stretch your hoop following this sequence to make stitching easier and avoid disturbing areas you've already finished. Let's begin with the orange hat on the bunny's head. Start by outlining the shape first, then fill it in using a spiral motion. When you're just starting, go slowly to get used to the motion. Gradually increase your speed. This helps keep your stitches even and the yarn tension consistent. The lines of stitches should sit next to each other, but not be too tightly packed. That way, the fabric gets fully covered without becoming too bulky. And we're done with the orange hat. Next, let's embroider the ears and front paws. For the ears, start with the pink inner part first. Then add the white outer part. Now let's hoop the remaining areas, following the numbered sections. All stitches will use the same loop technique. Great, we've finished all the embroidery on the hoop. That means we've completed all the bunny's parts. To secure the threads and prevent them from coming loose, apply a thin layer of fabric glue to the back. Avoid applying too much glue, so it dries faster and evenly covers all areas. Once the glue is dry, use scissors to cut along the dashed outline marked on the fabric for sewing. Cut a thread about 70 centimeters long. Separate two strands and thread your needle. Tie a knot at one end. Start from the inside, close to the edge of your shape. Stitch across to the opposite side, spacing your stitches about 3 to 5 millimeters apart. Keep stitching in this zigzag pattern. After 3 lines, pull the thread gently to tighten the seam without showing any thread on the outside. Keep sewing this way until there's about 5 centimeters left. Stuff the bunny's head with fiberfill. Make sure to push the filling into the edges so the head is evenly rounded and not lumpy or flat. Continue stitching to close it up. While sewing, adjust the stuffing to get a nice, full shape. To make a knot, insert the needle and bring it out slightly. Pass the needle through the thread loop and pull to make a knot. Repeat one more knot. Then hide the thread by inserting the needle inside and trimming the excess. Repeat the same steps to sew the bunny's ears. Stitch all around the ears, but leave the bottom open. The ears don't need stuffing, so they stay light and slightly puffy. For the bunny's body, before sewing, snip the fabric between the legs slightly. to avoid tension while stitching. Leave the top part of the body open, so we can attach it to the head later. Stuff the body evenly. The front paws are sewn the same way as the head. Add just a little stuffing to give them a nice shape. Now that we've finished all parts, let's stitch them together. First, position the bunny's ears. Fold the bottom edge of the ear inward. Sew around the edge using hidden stitches to attach the ears securely. Do the same with the body, attach it to the head. Let the neck area puff out slightly, so the head stays upright and doesn't tilt backwards. Next are the arms. Position them on the body. Insert the needle into the middle of the arm. Stitch across to the opposite side of the body. Move about 5 mm sideways. Then stitch back through the middle of the arm. Then continue stitch back to the starting point, forming a loop of thread like this. Pull the thread tight, so the two pieces are joined closely. Repeat this stitch 2 to 3 times to secure the connection. This way, the bunny's arms can move more freely. And that's it. Our cute bunny is all done. I can't wait to see what yours looks like. If you run into any trouble while making it, don't hesitate to message us.